Here.
I'm adjusting music, but I'm here.
Okay, then. In that case, who wants to talk about what happened last game?
We were in Whitestone, and we confirmed that Jazan, I think that was out of character, confirmed that Jazan knows a teleport circle, may have created a teleport circle in Marquette in an ancient temple of Hades. Macklin left the clasp boarding house, went to the Slayer's Cake, acquired a pigskin, or several slabs of pigskin. I forget exactly what it was, other than that it was kind of, but not actually tanned or preserved. So that seems fine. It was a very sweet gesture that hopefully won't turn out to be too smelly. Jazan went in search Odrin, experienced the war camp through senses other than his eyes, caught Odrin up on the family business, where by family business I mean Vecna grabbing Jazan. And they talked about Jazan's understanding of the plan. It turns out that Odrin has extensive knowledge of Shadowfell politics, including relevant prophecies. Jazan offered to share this information with Jazan. Jazan's like, maybe another time. So that's. But they did talk about soul batteries, where they came from, that place and person being Vecna, how they work, where they get their power, where power that is drawn out of them comes from, etc., etc., etc. Confirmed that Jazan is drawing energy from the dead when he draws energy from the soul batteries, but that does not seem, in Odin's understanding, to affect the spirits or souls that powered the batteries themselves. Vecna apparently will be extra dangerous now that there are no soul batteries left, kind of a cornered animal situation. Kior went looking for Ilya, hovered nearby, listened in on the latest war council, which was mostly status updates from leaders of various divisions. Spent some time after the war council with Ilya and Alina and went hunting or trail riding with weapons. I don't know that there was any successful hunting that happened, but there was some very successful trail riding and seemed to have a nice family time. V revealed, not to the characters, but to the players, new depths on previously unknown mysteries. Teleported himself to Denthalis, specifically to Essex House, and gave a status update, including reporting that the party, quote, works fairly well together and tries to make sure no one's been cursed for too long, unquote. He is not dead and thus got paid. Had asked some questions about how magical tattoos work to confirm that no one will explode if Tab screws up the tattoo. They'll just have a shitty tattoo. I think V came back, and his archer was not known to anyone, so it was amazing, and the characters have no idea it happened. We decided to run our emotional support battle master through his paces to see how rusty he was after 10 years without us around bothering him. So we had a play fight throughout the manor. Didn't actually hide behind Uriel because we won before that happened. And then we went outside and gave Corin a Captain Tusktooth tattoo, and just generally tried out this sitting around relaxing thing. We aren't sure if we like yet, but we tried. That's all I got.
All right. Anyone have anything else to add?
I think that was pretty thorough as always.
I don't think anything was missed.
Thank you very much for that recap.
My pleasure. It was 10 a.m. at one point during last game. I don't know how much time has passed, so I don't know how close we are to the 3 p.m. time that we had agreed to meet to head off to Marquette.
Well, that's a good question. Is anyone else planning on doing anything else with their time?
Nope. My side was all about just family time up until it was time to go.
Okay. Did you give the updated information about your super secret plan to Uriel?
As in the things that I have been looking at?
Yep.
Yeah. I would to backdate it. I would probably have well, I do have a bag of holding, so yeah, I probably would have taken the books with me, and then when we got back to the mansion, I would have gone over some things that had caught my eye during my initial glance through the things with him.
Because Uriel lets you know that there's no rush, but the sooner you get him the information, the sooner he can make a plan.
No pressure, right? I understand. Just all the pressure in the world.
I mean, it's your day.
I know, I was being facetious.
You don't want me picking for you.
Well, if this is the extent of the choices that I'm going to make, then I'm personally very happy that it's in your capable hands.
I think I've got everything else figured out, unless you feel strongly about something.
I will let you know.
Indeed. At that point, you look out the window and you see that Tab is giving someone a tattoo.
What on earth is Tab doing?
Giving their friend a tattoo, I think.
Huh. I'll be curious how it comes out. From there on, I would probably just go about making sure that I have all my equipment, double checking things, and waiting for the others to arrive.
Sure. Where are you waiting?
Probably in the... We all agreed to meet back at the mansion, so I'll probably be hanging out in that breakfast room unless it's in use.
No, everyone seems to have cleared out quickly after the sword fight.
That's what I thought.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I was set to try and return close to 3. Spent most of the day with Ava, in fact. So I would probably return to the mansion around 2:40. I think that's where the timetable landed.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I'll make my way back to the breakfast area where everyone had met before, assuming that we'll all be meeting in the same place. And if I don't find anyone, well, we've got cell phones.
We're still sitting outside.
Outside of the manor?
Yeah.
Oh, outside.
Yeah. Like if we see Macklin walking in, we'll probably get up. But we
Oh,
are
no,
we are if that would change any of what you do, we are still sitting outside at the point that
Okay, cool. Thank you.
anyone who's out returns home.
In that case, he'll come across Tab and just curiously watch on as Corn, I assume, winces in pain.
It's pretty
It's a
tough.
very small tattoo. I would hope we would have finished up by 2:40.
Yeah,
but
yeah, probably.
we might be wincing in pain from those terrible jokes.
Ooh.
They are truly terrible.
In that case, I'll watch Tab and Corn. Good afternoon.
Have you come to save us?
Pardon?
Have you come to save us?
From...
Pointed Corin.
I thought you were like two peas in a pod.
He's telling very bad jokes.
Oh, well, you're on your own.
And we squint at Macklin for a minute, kind of. Well, actually, I was going to say squint up. We're sitting down, so I guess probably squint slightly up to roughly level. Yeah. We're not very tall, but neither are you. We've been trying to decide if we know you from before.
From before. Oh, right.
We keep thinking we should, but we can't place it. From Amon, before the dragons.
Before the dragons. My career hadn't really quite taken off before the Chroma Conclave happened. Let's try to place myself. I think I was just starting with the class, but around that time. I know I had joined in earnest after the rebuilding I began.
We were very busy then.
Everyone was. That's why I got the job.
DM, with small additional context, do we remember Macklin? Its existence
Roll a
at all?
history check with advantage.
Cool. Ooh, that's not bad. 20.
Yeah, you vaguely remember him now running with the new. They were called the New Kids at the time.
You were one of the new kids.
That's
You're older
what
than
they
we
call
are.
me. Funny how that works out.
Still a kid. Are you still new? To something, not that.
He rubs his chin a little bit. Well, considering that a good number of the class have been make a wavering hand gesture, got during this whole affair. I wouldn't say I'm new anymore.
Are you old?
Old as in old of the class, but old as in old for gnomes.
Anyway. You're not as old as Jocelyn, we know that.
Not quite as old as Jocelyn, no. If you were to ask another gnome, they might say that I am an adult who is young, but not a young adult.
So you're not 15 either?
No, God, no, right. Multiply that by 5 or so.
All right, we didn't think so. We just wanted to check.
And
Are we ready? Are we actually going on time?
I believe I am. I got you something. And I'm going to
Blink.
start to unravel things from the bag of holding. I looked into the ink situation, and there are a few things that were clarified to me. But if you are looking to come across a specific ink, you may have to make the decision, and you might have to acquire some things.
What sort of things?
You mentioned the ink that glows around creatures. You might need a piece of that creature.
Oh.
For things like fire and ice, you might need some kind of elemental component. But Ava does seem capable of making some, and if not, she may know the means to acquire some. And I will pull the pigskin out from the bag.
Is this recognizably skin? I don't remember
It's
how.
recognizably skin.
What creature is that?
I was told it was swine.
You want a tattoo that on swine?
Oh, no, this is for practicing. If you could try your hand against it.
Oh.
Like a sketch pad, but made of flesh.
We already practiced one, but thank you. That's maybe the more complicated ones. Would you like to choose? We'll take the pig skin and sort of study it, look it over with interest, trying to gauge its usefulness for practicing.
Choose what now?
A tattoo. Or several. Not right now if we're leaving soon, but maybe later.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've got ink. Well, you have a whole book of them, yes?
A whole book, and we can do other things too, and we'll like reach out and like take adjust Corin's arm to make the Captain Tusktooth tattoo visible. And
You
like giving him
adjust
like
his
a
arm?
warning look, like don't you dare. Don't start.
He laughs and he does not make it wink.
Was that tattoo in the book, or
No, that one's not
Good.
magic. We'd seen it elsewhere. Seen somewhere to start. Some of them are very complicated. Would you like
I
one like
see.
this?
Maybe not like that.
We let go. All right, you can think about it in Marquette. Thank you.
Certainly.
This was very kind of you.
I'm very happy to help. I'll nod toward Tab and make my way inside.
We'll hop and follow.
Okay, Pure is in the breakfast nook. Jaws, I assume you're heading back, probably from upstairs, or from downstairs rather, from the cellar.
Oh yeah, no.
Was there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I'd probably go to the breakfast room thing. Whatever they call that thing.
All right, easy enough as everyone congregates in the breakfast room.
So these terrible jokes, this isn't going to be an ongoing thing, is it? We're going to have to track this. This might be...
Usually knows when it's a bad idea, don't you?
He nods.
Medium death, like not really threatening anyone's life, but maybe a little bit.
I nod somewhat relievedly.
I would have thought you might like that, though. You seem like you might appreciate a bad joke.
Bad
I don't mean that
jokes
as a
are fine and
criticism,
good.
just mean as a statement.
Bad jokes are fine and good so long as the sun isn't looking down on top of you.
So no umbrellas. They're not called umbrellas if it's for sun. We don't know what they're called. All right.
Parasols.
Parasols, thank you. Are you bringing one?
What, me?
We nod. And then
No.
as we look at is your shield in the room?
Most assuredly.
Then we look at Kior's shield and remember what we were told about. Well, that's Rex and Trim. But still, it's on our mind now, and we'll probably forget later. Remember what we were told about some things, and we pointed the shield. Are you sure you want to bring that?
To Marquette? Yes.
Rex and Trim? We don't think we're going there directly, but just in case.
I look over at the shield and yeah, I remember some of the politics and I frowned a little bit. I will likely need a new shield for Rex and Trim.
We're not supposed to go directly, but we'd fit if we didn't ask.
Well, we would still need to bring Corn and Sika soon back to Whitestone.
All right, we'll forget, so you can remember.
Perhaps you can requisition a shield to be acquired for when we return?
We could paint it.
Or you could paint it.
There's a war going on. I don't expect it would be too difficult to find a shield somewhere. Although I did need to ask, I did need to find someone to ask if the Raven Queen had much of a standing there.
In Recentrum?
Yes, in the Empire at large.
TM, can I make a history check?
Yes, you can.
Ooh, that's... Oh, wait, reliable talent. That's a... hold on. It's a 16.
You know that the Raven Queen is one of the approved gods.
Well, the Raven Queen is one of the approved gods. Whether or
Which
not
one?
she has a strong following is anyone's guess.
Which ones are unapproved? And are they just unapproved or are they anti-approved? Disapproved, that's what that's called.
Yeah, might need some feedback for that. I would assume Orcus, probably.
I mean, yeah, Orcus, but not just like Orcus, but like Saren Ray. Most gods that are here. Let me pull up the approved list, shall I? Let me just talk instead of talking out of my butt. Look at my references.
Oh, shit.
Mandalian Empire, approved religion. So you do know that worship of non-empire gods does come with jail time and a fine,
Oh.
and that the empire-approved deities are Bahamut, Arathis, Ioun, Moradin, Palor, and the Raven Queen.
So that was Morden, Arathis, Ioun, Bahamut, and the Raven Queen?
Bahamut, Arathis, Ioun, Moradin, Palor, and the Raven Queen.
Palor, got it.
And all of the temples are owned by the government and run by the government.
Oh. All right, so I'll begin to relay that to my allies. The Empire, as it currently stands, they have strict control over those that are worshipped. There is Bahamut, Arathis, Ioun, Moradin, the Raven Queen, and Palor as the approved gods. They run the temples, they own the temples, and they fine and jail anyone who is found worshipping outside of that purview.
So not Hades?
No, certainly not Hades, no.
We look at Jazen.
Why are you looking at me for?
How did
You
you
her
know?
eyes move?
How can you tell?
Well, we did mention Hades. It's a reasonable assumption.
And then Tab's kind of breathing in my direction.
My God,
We
these gods
really
are-
weren't. We really
You
Yes,
weren't.
really
I-
weren't.
We
Fairly
really
certain
weren't.
Tab was not breathing in your direction.
It's
No,
been a
but
problem before.
but
We could have
Tab's
started.
Tab's eyes are swishing in my direction.
That's true.
I'm fairly certain you're just making shit up now.
Do you think he can actually see he's just been fucking with us? I mean, look at
I've
them,
been
they're-
trying to determine that for a great deal of a long time.
They glow now.
They do glow now.
What do you
How
know?
would you know? How would you know?
I don't know. How do I know?
Does it feel different?
Shit.
Yes, you can feel the energy.
How does it feel?
It's not uncomfortable, but it's not comfortable.
We're going to switch our eyes in a different direction now. And we do.
Tab switches their eyes in a different direction.
Oh, I hate it so much. It's even worse when you say it.
It's a very weird sound. You should try it sometime. As far as my allegiance to Hades is concerned, I don't plan on mentioning anything, if that's what you're concerned about.
I just didn't want you to be uncomfortable. More than usual. Also, we never know. Where's V?
Me. You heading back to the house, I'm assuming?
I am heading back to this.
Any errands you want to run on the way?
We disappeared.
On.
You look in front of the bookshelves? On the fireplaces?
No, I think V is having a problem with their voice box.
Oh.
Oh no. Got yourself a big old bag of big issues.
V, do you need cure wounds on that? Do you need some greater restoration? I could even offer some lesser restoration. I could also provide guidance on the matter if you need.
I know how to expel evil spirits.
Is Cure joking?
Insight check?
22.
No, she actually does know how to expel evil spirits.
But can't you punch a ghost?
Where do they go when you
No, but
expel
I
them?
can stab it.
I could blow it up with either fire or radiance.
What was it that Tab asked? As I realize how immediately relevant this question has become.
Where do they go when you expel them? Tab doesn't seem upset. They weren't sure if you were making a joke. Now they know you're not making a joke. Like, they're not taking it personally. They're just interested in what's going on.
I actually start paying a little closer attention when I realize that it's Tab asking me these questions. Normally it's done against evil spirits, and it's to expel them from bodies they're possessing so that they might be dealt with more efficiently. Evil spirits, of course.
How do you know if they're evil?
Usually they're trying to kill me.
We consider that. All right, we don't know if that always makes them evil. That's fair. They've tried to kill you, but you killed them back. They're already dead, but you understand.
Are they dead or are they undead?
What's the difference?
I honestly don't know. I just don't understand why we always call them undead.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
You've had this conversation with Talia.
Not with us. You probably talk to lots of people about dead and undead things, though. But with your job.
Usually there's not a lot of talking, a lot more stabbing.
Does that mean you didn't talk to the Raven? Or Stapper? We didn't mean to guess that you stabbed her.
No, I don't stab her, but I also don't speak with her often either.
We did look a little bit hopeful when we reassured you that maybe you had stabbed her. We just weren't applying that. You were going to recently. You
Stab
asked him.
her? No. I was upset with her, but I wasn't going to. I can be upset without stabbing people.
I think you would get into a lot of shit if you stabbed her.
Yeah, I think that would cause a lot of problems.
We tried once.
Yeah.
It didn't work. We couldn't reach.
What?
If I wanted to
Turn the
stab
mic on.
everyone I was upset with, half this party would be dead.
Hello, V.
Oh, I'm back.
You are back.
I can hear you.
Must have finally hit the right button.
You must have hit the
I
right
apologize.
button. Keep pushing buttons.
My sister's
Welcome, V.
headset.
You arrived at the point that Cure was telling us that she could kill us all.
Why?
Why?
Hubris.
I'm not sure. Why do you think I would want to kill you all?
We can't imagine.
But why did you say that I wanted to?
It just seemed like the thing to say at the time. After the time being, after you said they could stab us all if you wanted.
I didn't say if I wanted to. I said if I was stabbed everyone I was upset with, then I would have killed all of you by now.
Oh, we
Ah.
misunderstood. And that brings you up to the present, V.
Right. I miss anything else?
Jocelyn might be lying about not to see. We think that's it.
I'll let you
I
all.
looks over. Jocelyn looks back at Tab like, what?
I'll let you all figure that out, whether or not I'm lying or not.
Insight check.
Insight check is Jocelyn amused.
22.
He's Jaws, and of course he's amused.
What are you insight checking? Am I lying?
About what? Yeah.
I most certainly cannot see.
At the moment.
V, what? What are you insight checking? My amusement?
Yes, I'm just like, are you just doing the straight face thing because you're laughing at us from the inside?
Oh yeah, he's totally laughing at you from the inside.
Jocelyn, you don't laugh.
Externally, I don't. Internally, I laugh at you all the time.
Probably very
Okay.
healthy.
I don't like my laugh.
Did you find more books, V?
Nope.
No, just don't worry about me.
Alright, everybody, ignore the DM.
Take it permission.
When you put it like that.
Oh no, that's a blank check you don't want signed.
That's how you get into
Sorry,
trouble.
I was asking Sailor about making sure that they got brought in.
Oh, we're gonna put Sunbeam back in the necklace.
So, are you all ready to go?
I think I would. Has everyone brought water skins? It's hot.
We have one, but we don't need it. Would someone else like it? Actually, we look at Corin. Do you have a water skin? Or several?
I do have one.
Alright, we'll keep ours too.
Just in case.
We also
I'll,
have wine and courage and moonshine. But those aren't good if you're dehydrated.
Maybe wait until evening before cracking it open.
I would like to remind everyone that I can only escort 8 people through this spell.
Alright, so with Corin, that makes 6.
I
And the
believe
Seeker will be 7 if he comes with us.
Sick will be 7.
Is there anyone else?
I certainly hope not. That would be 8.
Well,
Certainly no plans for others.
I can do 8. It's past the 8 that I cannot. I'd have
9
to.
would be problem. 9 would be a problem.
9 would be a big problem.
But not for us.
Do you not plan on coming back?
We're gonna count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Corin.
Yes, we would be fine now, Tab. Yes, I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware, so that way when we go and...
Are you planning to bring someone else?
No, I was making
Who
sure
someone else is?
No, I was making sure nobody else
To
was.
bring someone else.
It just sounded very serious.
I point at V when V says that.
I point at Tab when Kyo points at V.
I point it back.
Macklin just shrugs. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry.
I'm not
Just
sure if
pointing.
we're being accused of random strangers to add to teleport spells, or
So no Ayrtons and no picking up strays. Is that what I'm getting?
I think that's what we're getting. I mean,
Only one stray. We can pick up one stray, just not 2.
Right, 1 stray in. Yes.
All right, so keep your
Why are
pets
we
in your
planning
bowls.
to
And...
pick up strays?
We're not planning on picking up strays, we're just setting our limits, Kyor.
Don't
It's-
you
it-
always
That
pick
sounds
up
like
strays?
came
planning how
back
many
with-
strays we may or may not pick up.
A voice.
back with Corin, we came back with Talia, we came back with...
Natalia, or
Yeah, yeah. Ilya's asking from the doorway.
Oh, could you repeat it? I couldn't hear.
She asked, "Don't you always pick up strays?"
Yes.
well,
But
sometimes they're
Justin's setting a
domesticated.
limit.
I'm trying to make sure we don't go over 2. Or over 1. No more than 1 stray.
Oh, worst case scenario, just tuck me into the bag of holding. We're good to go.
We'll make them fight.
Dude, Macklin, I am
I've
not.
heard bad stories about that.
We're not tucking you into it. God, Hades, damn it! Will you stop this?
Ilya
what?
laughs.
What's Hades done? Does he talk to you too?
Are you ready?
Is that infernal?
It was a language you would never understand, Kyoa.
It's grumpy old man.
Infernal? I might.
That's a whole specific.
I don't speak infernal, Kyoa.
You know then.
I lean over toward Cure. If you
Yeah.
want to know the really bad curses, I can hook you up.
I heard that.
Really venomous shit.
I heard that too. Are you all ready?
I certainly hope so. I can only do maybe 5 more minutes of this.
I've been ready. I'm waiting on you to start the spell and tell us
Oh,
what we need to do.
Kyoa, I swear on Hades.
What must be done this time? We don't have to hold hands, do we?
I
Because
w-
I'm adverse to holding hands, but
I am going to teleport you all to a random place in the world.
Are you coming too?
No.
He's casting the spell. I would assume you would have to.
We've never been to a random place before. Well, maybe we have. We won't know until
I'm
we get
fairly
there.
certain you have.
With some words, Jazen cast teleport. A fuck you might have been at the end of it.
Does that change our destination?
Well, you'll find out.
the elemental plane of irritation. Here we come.
And I'm going to teleport to the Temple of Hades.
Sure. It is hot. It is
It's
hot and awful, and it's dry, thankfully, so it's not like that sticky heat. Damn.
I expect my protection
Possibly,
mitigates
like-
some of that a little bit.
yeah. I was going to say that my resistance to fire I take mitigates that a little bit.
Those of you who have fire resistance feel it slightly less. It's still there.
Just so we're not baking in my armor.
Oh, you can have
Yes,
the armor, don't you?
prestidigitation on himself.
There, we're here.
But that's certainly no way to welcome someone to your temple.
Is this a random place, or is this where we want it to be?
This is close to where we need to go. And I'll look around a bit. Jocelyn spent time and installed a teleportation circle. Has the place been cleaned up?
It looks fairly clean, yes. It looks, since the last time you've been there, even, like, someone has gone in and fixed some of the statues, maybe taken out some of the desecrated ones. Maybe even 1 or 2 new statues.
My word, a lot nicer in here. Jocelyn, did you do this yourself?
I have followers now.
What?
You
When
have followers?
did you get followers?
Not me personally, Hades.
As of a week ago, you were an 8-year-old.
Alina has followers.
It's called
Why would
magic.
it doesn't?
I
When he
am
was 8?
I am not a king.
That was different.
No, stop it. Stop it.
So does that make you, in all seriousness, does this make you a high priest of this temple? Like the head honcho?
There is a high priest of this temple, Jocelyn. You know it's not you.
It's definitely not me.
I would assume he's more of a real estate agent.
No, I'm like, I don't know how to explain this. I'm kind of like an angel-ish type thing.
You most certainly are not.
I don't cure.
You have
I-
wings like
I have
Nice.
wings that stay. Do your wings stay?
show them, please.
Jocelyn brings out his wings.
Very good, thank
Oh.
you.
I suppose that makes you less like a priest and more like a saint.
I am just an embodiment of.
He most certainly is not that either.
Listen, Cure. We're not going to get into the discussion on who's better than the other. Of course, we all know it's me, but
Better
Of course you would say that. I haven't said anything about that. But we certainly know who thinks what of whom, don't we?
yes, I agree.
Now is Cure King? Or joking? Ooh, that's real good. 29.
Yes, no, Kiara's actually in a fairly good mood right now.
This is definitely just Cure and Jocelyn banter.
We're just checking. And are not going to intervene because y'all's possibility.
To answer your question, I don't know, it's like my patron embodies his essence through me. I'm not a priest per se, but I am a light from him.
Their avatar?
I'm not really an avatar. I'm my own being, really. But I don't know. I really honestly don't know.
A voice fell out from the side of the room, the entryway of this great hall. So, I believe you would call him a champion,
Sure.
There's so many of those.
as Seto watches you all with
Every god has one.
amusement.
Oh, Alisana.
A nice familiar face that I can't see.
Wouldn't it be a familiar
using-
voice then?
Guns, Jocelyn.
How do you know it's familiar? She could be in disguise. Or they could be in disguise.
I recognize their voice.
Are you a priest or a saint? To the person who's just walked up.
Priestess.
Priestess.
High Priestess, I believe.
Indeed.
It is very nice to hear you.
It is nice to see you all. I assume you're here on business.
No rest for the wicked.
All the wary.
Yes, we're here to seek out. What we're here to seek out the seeker. It's very strange saying that. Exactly where we're going? Were we going to Marquette, right? Am I right?
The Oasis, your stomping grounds.
Yes.
Glance towards Seta.
She nods to you. Yes, he's been a guest at my bar for a few days now.
And how is his recovery? Last we heard he had been a little roughed up.
Thankfully, I have been able to see to his injuries.
Well, that's just fantastic news.
Is he here?
Here? No, he is back at the bar. I come to take care of the temple.
And how do we get there from here?
Giant lizard is usually a good way to go.
Our eyes get huge.
This one's new. And she points to Tab. And that's one. She points to B.
We glance at Corin, wondering why he's not also new. He probably doesn't look.
You get the feeling she pointed
Astonished.
in your general direction.
Yes, we've gained a few new faces and lost a few on the way.
We can only gain
every-
one more, plus the seeker.
Know your limits.
I mean, I got to be honest. I probably could have brought us to the Oasis, but I wanted to check on the temple.
How he tells us.
I mean, you know, it's not like the Oasis is that far.
That's a short jaunt by little.
We've never visited a giant lizard before. Is it like an Edgar?
It's a little rougher.
Oh, we should have Edgar with us. Or did we actually leave him behind?
I assumed that Cure would take care of Edgar, whether or not it was to
I was having so much fun
Dismiss.
bantering, I forgot that Edgar was there, but Edgar most certainly would be there.
Yeah, I figured that Cure would dismiss Edgar and then bring Edgar back as needed, so
I can't actually do that.
Oh.
He's
Then
not a
Edgar's been
familiar. Once
following
he's
you.
summoned, he's summoned until he dies.
Oh wow.
well,
So
then Edgar's been following you politely.
does he count against our number of creatures?
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. We will have to go in the bag of holding.
Poke you in the hands.
See, and this is why Jocelyn brought up the numbers. He's not a fool.
And then declined to mention it when we were counting and counting.
They figured you all would figure it out eventually. Anyway, Seta, how has everything been going?
Fine, more or less. Your new friend. She nods to you, Macklin. Has a lot of opinions about how the town should be run, but that's not unusual for her kind.
TM, you're gonna have to help me out. Which friend are we talking about?
Probably talking about Sorrow.
Oh. Oh, right. Other Sorrow. He inclines his head and nods. That sounds about par for the course.
Children always do have a lot of opinions.
Opinions, ambitions, and misinterpretations.
And strong ideas.
They go
He
hand in
wants to
hand.
establish an armed guard for the Oasis. Like, that doesn't defeat the point. Anyway. Enough about that. Will you all be needing a ride back?
We would, yes, appreciate that.
It beats hoofing it.
Lizards don't have hooves.
Yep, he was talking about us.
Neither do we.
It's an expression, Tep. Well, anyways. How is the tempo coming? I see you've done, or I don't see anything, but it smells refreshing.
Got rid of some of the graffiti and some of the worst of the desecration.
And Jocelyn will kind of actually start feeling around.
Okay. What are you feeling for?
The environment, the statues, everything.
Okay. Yeah, some of the statues, you put your hand on, you feel less broken ones. The tile under your feet feels more solid, less gritty and grimy. Things like that.
Anyone new come around at all?
Not really, not the new faces. Just the one that you all sent.
Well, we probably should send another one. Anyways, about those lizards.
Follow me. And she'll lead you outside. Where there are 3 riding lizards.
How big are these things?
Huge. Bigger than a horse. Maybe the size of a Clydesdale. Like, easily each could fit a rider and a half. Maybe it's... But you guys might have to make some decisions because...
Are they like? Well, I guess what do they look like? How are they behaving? What do they look like? Should I be rolling for this? I'm trying to figure out how Tab is going to respond to giant lizards. Do they seem threatening or exciting or boring?
Kind of boring. They're mostly like curled up in the sand, sunning themselves.
And are they Are they interesting colors or shiny scales? Or they're lizards. They probably don't have scales. Yeah.
Yeah, they're smooth skinned and seem to be kind of a dusty sand color to blend in with the sand. And they do have 6 legs. Yes.
Oh no. I don't know why that bothered me, but apparently it did. These are the lizards?
And it appears so.
Yes.
I mount up on Edgar once we're outside.
What do they do with all their legs?
Walk, I assume.
Run very well.
That's very clever of them. We'll walk up and like pat a lizard on the shoulder if we can reach its shoulder.
Sure, it's kind of sitting on the ground, laying on the ground in the hot sand, so you can reach its shoulder.
We'll walk up and pat it.
Yeah, it definitely lets you.
Hello, lizard.
It blinks at you. His big yellow eyes.
How do you communicate with them? We don't mean communicate, like, we just mean, like, how do they know where to go? Or if they can't communicate, we'd like that too.
It blinks at you. Just like a horse, I would suppose. When you're ready to go, just guide them.
Do they have reins?
Yeah, you do see loose reins hanging, as well as saddles on them. They're very sparse.
All right. We'll try to climb up on a lizard.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics check.
21, I think. Yes, 21.
Yeah, 21, just fine. It starts standing in the middle of you climbing it, but you keep your hand on it and get yourself in the saddle.
We might need more lizards.
Seta looks at you all. Seems to be counting. You're on.
I'm on Edgar's back.
Glitterfin. 2 per lizard. It should be fine. I will walk.
We'll offer a hand down to Corin then too, if needed.
Yeah, Corin takes it. He looks curious about the lizards.
We begin quietly discussing what we're going to name our lizard.
As the lizards start to move, Edgar will start trotting and then take to the sky.
All right. Yeah. As you all, what's my riding order? We have Corin and Tab. Sure. So Macklin V and Jocelyn?
Let's not have the blind guy go last.
Blind is a strong word.
As Seta realizes that you guys could break up into and still not overload the lizards, she will climb on with Jocelyn. Worth noting, so Seta, for those of you who have not met her, wears dark glasses and has her hair pulled back in a scarf.
And is she human, as far as we can tell, or?
As far as you can tell. Sure.
Okay.
Don't. Oh my god, seriously, dude? Well, at least this paint's not toxic.
Oh no.
Percy just licked the mini that I had been painting.
I wondered if there was a dog consuming something.
It was either going to be a dog or a goblin.
Goblin tends to not lick paintings. He does grab them, go castle, castle, and goes to try and throw dice at them.
It's the second Jazan.
Oh god, stop them before they multiply.
Now we're gonna need another lizard.
Okay. You're in the sky above you. It is a bouncy ride. Riding a lizard is not, in fact, like riding a horse. It's bouncy and very, very fast.
We love it.
Tabwood, Corin is like gripping you around the middle, like you're gonna be able to hold him on.
we would make fun, but we're too busy being delighted by these lizards.
I'm sure. Yeah, no, it is. This is. You weren't sure about what you wanted out of a lizard, but this is. Yes.
Those extra 2 legs are
Yeah,
justified.
and it's not like bouncy, like bounce. It's like bouncy as in like you're really hugging the curves of the land.
Kind of like a ripple.
Yeah. It's weird, and some of you like it, and some of you don't.
It's a wild ride.
Max, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
Looking
dog
for-
stuff.
Anyway. Yeah, it takes about 4 hours before you arrive to the Oasis.
Forgot how fast those things move.
Yeah, crazy fast. Esteta pulls in. It is a small town. In the center, there is a bar, and kind of surrounding it in not circles, but definitely like I don't know, districts and rings. There's several houses, probably in the 50 or 60 realm. There is also, in the sky above the bar, an airship.
Are airships have we ever seen one before? Do we know what this is?
You've seen one. You might not have been on one before, but you definitely know what it is.
But we only saw when we first met Macklin. That's the first time we saw an airship.
Ooh, Josin.
A little gravelly there.
And quiet.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on my phone. Oh.
Yeah. Let me try turning you up. That might help.
Was it a familiar looking airship?
It is a familiar looking airship to a few of you. To one of you in particular.
I'm just gonna be listening, essentially, just to let you know.
Okay.
Macklin, this airship is more familiar to you than probably to the others.
I live up, presuming that Ustan or Avia sees me. Or someone on deck sees me. How high up is it docked?
I mean, fairly high. Probably a... There is a ladder to the ground. It is definitely not for the weak of will.
Okay. Just wondering how far a drow can see in direct sunlight a tiny gnome from the ground below.
That is a question.
That is a question.
It's a good question, but you see a large black raven perch on top of the bar and look at you.
Oh yeah, make raven calls at it.
It looks vaguely disappointed in you as it flies away.
Couldn't remember if it was familiar or not.
Edgar squawks down from on high as Macklin begins making raven noises.
And I do so in jest, like, I wave and I nod and I wink a little bit.
As you are aware that it is in fact a familiar.
Okay. I intentionally make raven noises at it. sunk just like that.
Apparently.
To the Raven.
Sorry, guys, we're having a difficult night tonight. So. You, yeah. As you do that, you do see the ladder starting to move a little bit as someone. Not. Climb down isn't quite the right word. Slide down might be more appropriate.
Oh, I hope they're wearing gloves.
I mean, the Tabaxi is very dexterous as she climbs down very quickly and runs to you all. Sandy colored Tabaxi with kind of some white stripes and some darker orange stripes.
I call out to them. I lift my arms up. Dad!
As Dusk runs over to you and tackles you into a big hug, Macklin.
It's been for Ulf! Yeah, I tumble, I roll. I am tackle hugged.
You are tackle hugged.
It's good to see you too.
I've missed you. I've missed Tal'Dorei. Tell me what's going on. Tell me everything. How's Odrin? When is
Alive?
Kjol coming down? She looks up.
I'm spiraling down as Dusk is tackling Macklin.
Oh, where to start? Tal'Dorei has turned toward an offensive. They are actively working to fight back Vecna. Lots of things are happening at once. They recently suffered a loss at the line, but they're recovering, they're recouping, and they're strategizing. Whitestone is doing very well. Odrin is beleaguered, I imagine. They're putting him through his paces.
He used to complain that he wasn't challenged enough.
Yes, now I think he'll be looking to retire as soon as this is done.
I think that can be said of all of us.
Cure! And she stands up and tackles you into a hug too.
She can certainly try to tackle me. I'm very sturdy. But I'll grab her and lift her up and give her a hug. Oof, it has been a bit. I must admit, I have no sense of time anymore. We've been planes hopping.
I'll do that.
I'll squint at her. How old are you anyway? Like I said, I've lost all sense of time.
19. It's been a year.
19. I'll just nod.
As you see another dark figure coming down the ladder, not as I mean, she's nimbly. She's definitely moving nimbly, but she definitely probably more carefully.
And how is everyone on your end?
Good. Sarah will catch up to us, and she motions to the ladder with her head. Avia and Ustan are great. They're fantastic. We're
You
starting.
broke up a little bit.
Oh, Avia and Ustan are fantastic. Never really had parents before, so that's interesting. We've been doing some running for the caravan back and forth between here and Marquette and Corel.
On Corel, you mean?
Yeah, on Corel.
I realized we kept getting Ankrel and Marquette mixed up.
Now they're forever just synonyms in my head. And yeah, that's what we've been up to. It's been fairly calm. We had to run in with an assassin once, but that came out fine.
An assassin? Whatever for?
Class business. It was right after we got married.
Oh, of course.
But that seems to have gotten better.
I should hope so. I thought that was all sorted by now.
I mean, like I said, it was a while ago.
Right, the year has gone. That is good news.
As Sorrow joins you, Tab, you're taken aback. And Corin is a little bit too, but he's quiet about it. As you see a not scarred, younger version of your friend Ghost.
Yeah,
Move up and stand next to the tabaxi.
I'm trying to remember. I know that I know there was confirmation last time that Sorrow is an alternate timeline ghost, and I can't remember if that was Tab who asked about the party that from people, or if that was Hannah asking that. But Sorrow was Sorrow in Barovia, or we had never actually seen Sorrow before.
I don't think you've actually met Sorrow before.
Okay.
Not this version.
Thank you. Are any of the party standing near us?
I'd assume they're all kind
Yeah.
of clustered together.
We're actually just gonna keep going. We're gonna think for a minute about whether we want to say something.
Okay. She looks at Macklin. Uncle Mac, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Domestic life seems to be doing well.
It's a little boring, and she looks to Seta. I'm trying to make sure that the Oasis is a bit protected, but we've had some disagreements on that end.
He just lifts up his hands and looks between her and Seta, and that's a conversation between you two. I could weigh in one way or another, but this is not my home.
But that's us. Nothing out of the ordinary or unusual. Or what is going on with the clasp? Please tell me.
New management. Our friend Jacob has been removed about a year ago? No, a little more. Young, ambitious young man has taken over.
Which young, ambitious man?
Don John.
Oh, all right. She looks thoughtful. Takes her a moment, but then she nods. Not a terrible choice.
Yes, and he seems rather fond of this place, so there's always coffee and Whitestone now.
There is always coffee in Whitestone.
Is there good coffee here?
There is. Seta makes excellent coffee.
V will want some.
She nods to you, V.
Embarrassed. Nods.
V, as you look over, sorry, you realize that this is a very weird looking half drow.
Slightly less out of place.
And as
They
you
need
look
to
around
ask
the-
for tips on dealing with sun and heat.
Yeah, as you look around, you notice that the town seems to have a significant population of drow.
Oh, in the sunny desert. That's just mean.
No one would think to look for him there.
It's there's not a lot of people out right now. But there are a few people around.
There's no circus here, is there?
As in here in town? Zara looks a little confused. Not currently.
That's good. You don't want one.
I side-eye Tab.
Zara looks confused.
We studiously pretend not to notice the side eye.
Alright. Non sequiturs aside, I suppose.
Oh, we're just getting started with those.
Alright. Should we get them all out of your system now, or?
It won't help.
Maybe we should make strides toward what we came for, and perhaps if we can find time, catch up a bit.
He nods and gives a big yawn. Alright, I think Mother and Father are seeing to some of the paperwork on the ship, but we could have dinner together. I am a terrible cook, but Dusk here is not. Dusk smiles brightly at that.
I look toward the party appraisingly. Gauge the reaction to that. She
I
is
purse
rather
my lips,
amazing cook.
remembering pancakes.
Mystery pancakes.
Considering the riding lizard shaved off about a day's worth of travel, I think we've earned a little bit of respite, yes?
My lips remain pursed as I just try to figure out how to process that.
Pretty odd phrase to take out of context, I know.
We were in a bit of a rush to get here. Perhaps we should try to find the Seeker and then catch up.
And yeah, Macklin will nod towards Sar and Dusk. And just politely incline his head. Right. Business first as always. I assume you'll be up there.
No, we need to get the caravan ready for tonight, so perhaps over there. And she motions her head to a large caravan that looks a little familiar to you, Macklin. From a dream a long time ago.
Oh. Noted. I nod.
But after that, we should be ready. Around, I suppose, if you still haven't made up your mind. Give me a moment. I'll answer your question. And okay, why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Okay.
Since I think we just lost half the party.
Oh no. Back in park
Right
then.
on. And if only Oliver had waited another 15, I could be good taking care of that now. I'm gonna step aside for a bit.
Sorry about that. My mom called.
No worries. We're taking a little break.
Yep.
You had to BRB. John's on the road, and my stomach is being iffy.
Oh, I know that feeling. I had a heavy lunch this afternoon, and it kind of plagued me all day.
Yeah, we had really good pizza, so I ate it, but I feel like my lactose intolerance has been hit or miss lately, but unfortunately has been more hit than miss.
That sucks.
Yeah. So normally, like, I can eat dairy and not feel it, and it's only if I crit fail a Constitution saving throw it's bad, but we'll see if we get everyone back in a couple minutes and then call it if we need to.
Alrighty, I'm taking a moment to fill out my notes.
I'll probably be about 5-10 minutes. So I'm still listening in. I'm here the whole time. I'm sure you don't want to listen to.
No.
You really don't. Exactly.
What was the name of the airship?
I believe it's the Revenge.
Yes, that is the name of the ship.
Welcome back.
Okay, do we have a tap? Looks like no. Okay.
Oh, yes, we're here. I just couldn't hit the mute button.
Okay. Alright, I hate to do this, everybody, but I'm gonna call it for tonight. My stomach is aggravated at me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Hope
We
it
will pick
feels
up next
better.
week.
All
But-
right.
All of a
Alright.
sudden, I'm like, I cannot concentrate.
Oh, no.
Extremely fair. Take care.
Completely
Yeah.
understood. I spent all day exhausted and dealing with allergies, so I know that feeling.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to sleep off my poor decision making around
Oh.
dairy products.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
All right, well, sleep well. Feel better.
Yes.
Indeed. Take care. We'll
Sorry
catch-
for the short game, everybody, but we will pick up next week.
These
Short but
things
sweet.
happen.
Thank you for trying.
We're excited to be at Marquette. And we'll be excited to see what happens last time. I need to know about this pancake situation, but we don't
Oh
know.
my god, this
we
pancake
Oh.
situation is the pancake situation.
It is
We-
the pancake situation.
we don't know, but maybe we'll
Like-
find out next week.
Like, they say dinner as if it meant anything other than just pancakes, but upon having the pancakes, you will understand that they're not just pancakes. They are the pancakes.
An experience.
Y'all assume that she's gonna make pancakes unless you guys request it. Like,
It can't possibly be as good as muffins.
They're like muffins, but flat.
Just like
more
a lizard
interesting
is like a magic carpet ride, but scaly, and
it's what happens when you let a tabaxi wizard decide what food is.
I mean, what is food? What even is food anyway?
If you ask the people who made Soylent, it could be anything.
Oh, that's how you end up your stomach unhappy.
Yeah, on
I-
that note,
I assume that's not why, but
We're
who
gonna,
knows?
yeah, call
All
it now.
I'll
Have
be
a
up in
good
an
night.
items. Peace out, guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Bye, John. Thanks for
Bye.
sticking through.
yeah, thanks for trying.
Anytime. Have a good night. I hope you feel better.
Don't know why this is so funny, but it sure is. All right. Good night.
Right.
Good night. Well, chat, or anyone who's watching this video, as I have forever and a day before I get home, probably about, I don't know, 15, no, God, 5-10 minutes, I guess I'll just sit here and talk to you about life. So I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope whoever's watching this has enjoyed at least most of the content that I've created. I don't want to go ahead and just say, hey, like and subscribe, but if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm hoping to have some new videos coming out soon. I do have some videos where I'm going to be breaking down the character sheet for anyone who is new to D&D and doesn't know much about it and is thinking about playing themselves. So yeah, expect that. That's going to be done in some short videos where I break down each thing from abilities to skills to race and how they affect your skills to name creation features, certain features of different classes. And maybe towards the end of it, we'll go ahead and we will build ourselves a character. I'm not sure what it is, so if you want, when you guys see that series, go ahead and comment down in the comments. Let me know what you would like to see. And then I'm hoping to get back into Smile and Wait. Maybe upload some of those videos. I'd like to take some time and actually focus on the channel, as I've been slacking on it. Between I'm going to take my niece constantly to softball and everything else, so I do apologize. Life does enjoy getting in the way of everything. Also, if there's anything you would like to see in my videos as far as games that you like watching me play, anything D&D related you would like me to talk about or break down for you. I am a player who has roughly about 13 to 14 years of experience, and I have DM multiple games. So yeah, if there's anything as far as DMs you'd like me to break down, rather it'd be how to build certain creatures to fit your campaign, or whether or not it's how do you build a world or a city, something of that sort. I'd be happy to make a short video or make a couple videos on it. I do plan on coming out with a series for DMs for any of you DMs out there who never done DM before, thought about trying it, maybe want to run a game, anything like that. I will be happy to break that all down for you and maybe break down the monster manual, where good creatures fit in, how to run low level characters up to level 20 characters if that's what you choose. I'm also happy to do any game reviews. If there's particular older games or even newer games that you would like me to review, give you a little brief story on it, I'd be happy to do so there as well. As I am a beginning content creator myself, I mean, I can give you tips and tricks there, but I don't know how helpful that will be. I would definitely recommend you go watch either, on the Alpha channel. Harris Heller tends to give some pretty good tips on equipment and everything else. So if you are looking to be a content creator yourself, that's definitely where I would recommend you go. He has a great community that will also give you some tips, tricks, and all the fun stuff. What you might want to get as a beginning streamer, stuff like that. I'm hoping sooner or later we'll come out with some content so you can see my great state and all of its beauty. I do like to hike. Like me and my wife just went hiking Sunday. So I'm hoping to have some videos of that. Maybe some other things, maybe some disc golf videos or something like that, as I do intend to do some disc golfing this year. It would be nice to maybe do some recording, see what the life of a disc golfer can be like. If you'd like to see me in any other videos, you can go ahead and go over to my wife's channel. That's Mandela Wanderlust Adventures, where she has a couple videos on some of our hiking adventures. She plans on putting out more as we actually plan on trying to build ourselves up and maybe do some more hiking on the Appalachian Trail. So if you'd like to check out some of that stuff, you can definitely check out her channel. You will also get to see me get up to some of my goofy antics, as I usually do, and have fun doing. Maybe I will start recording on some of these trips as well, so you can see both perspectives, both my wife and mine, if you guys decide to want to check that kind of thing out. I am getting close to going in my driveway, so I will see you all in a minute. I have to say, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. As you can tell, I'm still in TeamSpeak. So we go ahead and shut that down, so that way you don't have to listen to that anymore. Again, everyone, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate anyone who watches my videos, supports my videos. Again, comment down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if any ideas of anything you personally would like to watch, because I'd love to do them. You know, check out my other videos, give those some likes, subscribe to the channel so you get alerts on anything that I bring up. And once again, thank you all. I love every last one of you.